Hi, good evenings. This is Emiliano, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And before we start the video, I want to explain something. And one of my first stated dreams has to do with being a YouTuber. So for this project, I will be taking the role of one. So go for your popcorns or your snack and get ready for this mega tour of philosophy. First of all, I like to think of philosophy as the study of our thoughts. The fact that our actions, moral, ethics, and perspectives of the world can all be studied by this particular science is very interesting to me. Every single mind is an entire universe. But philosophy still finds a ways to categorize and explain this wide universe of thought with understandable theories. We have metaphysics, ethics, epistemology, and aesthetics. These are all branches of philosophy that, whether we know it or not, play a big part in our daily lives. Trust me, they are very important.
No entendí.
It's understandable. It is difficult to understand all at once. So come with me to discover each one of them. First, we have metaphysics. The study of metaphysics generally revolves around reality and existence. Some of the most difficult questions to answer come from this branch, such as: is there a God? Where did the universe come from? Is everything we see real? Or is there more to what we see? From my own personal point of view, there is no such thing as deities or gods that constantly watch over us and observe our every move. However, I do believe that what we humans refer to as God is a part of a Plato named the world of forms. Humans see gods as perfect beings that are in the form, or in other words, role models for us to attempt to imitate and try to achieve to replicate. Even if we don't realize it, we are always trying to replicate the form of a perfect human being, a virtuous one, and a balanced version of ourselves. As previously mentioned, I don't really follow a religion, nor do I believe God created our universe either. I don't see it as anything but a monarchical strategy to try to control people. I think enough scientific contributions have been presented to discourage the possibility of a God creating our universe. Even if we do not know the exact source of our universe, it makes more sense to me to think that it came from a Big Bang than from a source of power or a God.
Ay, ahora ya entendí.
I am very glad that we still need to talk about the other three branches.
Exacto. Oh!
Okay, but on the other hand, we have ethics. This is the branch of philosophy that studies human morals and principles. And in my opinion, again, the most conflicting one to analyze. I'm not joking. To me, it's very difficult, this one. Who are we to detect what is right and what is wrong? But at the same time, we do need some sort of scale to help us make decisions. Several philosophers have presented their input regarding ethics to us. For example, Bentham's utilitarianism. Bentham believed that a person's actions did not matter as long as they brought the best general outcome. In other words, He thought that the end justified the means employed. Uh, to me, this is absolutely nefarious because people are not objects to be used to achieve the best outcome. To me, it is sickening to think about it, to think about leaving aside any kind of moral compass just to obtain what you would call the best outcome. I think let me relax.
Me aburro.
Okay, so let's change the music. And I think the philosopher I resonate with the most will have to be Kant. He defends rationalism, which consists of using reason and logical while also taking real human aspects like desire into account. I believe this is the most convenient, real, and the one I relate to the most. In today's days and age, everyone has desires. However, we must not succumb to them immediately, since we need to have some sense of morality in us, as hard as it might be. Contrary to utilitarianism, rationalism does not justify the immorality of our actions, even if the result of the consequence is good.
Ok, acabo de entender que no estoy entendiendo nada, la verdad.
So let's move on to the other branch, that is epistemology. Epistemology studies the human ability to use reason and knowledge in general. When did humans go from being an animal to a rational thinker? Epistemology is divided into two general areas: truth and knowledge. First, we have the truth. Is there only one truth, or it could be many? I personally think there is multiple. I believe in relativism, meaning our truths are relative, and we perceive reality from our own lens. Each person's truth is entirely different based on their upbringing and perspective, and that does not make either of our perception any less valid. If one day we were told the sky is red, even if it had valid argumentation, our truth will be that the sky is blue because of how we have always perceived it. On the other hand, we have the knowledge. I personally resonate with Kant's philosophy once again. He takes into account or a priori and a posteriori knowledge, as in analyzing knowledge without experience a priori and knowledge you get from experience. Something that is very important to mention here is the non-Western epistemology, that, as the name says, is that epistemology that doesn't come from the West. Here fits perfectly the previous idea about respecting different points of view. This is like in life. It doesn't not mean that something, because it is not of the bunch, necessarily has to be bad or not right. It is very important to give the place it that deserves to this epistemology, because it allows to see and appreciate things from different points of view. Before someone interrupts me again to say that they don't understand, I would like to change the song to talk about the last ranch we will see. So if you allow me, I will remove this song. I love this song. And last but not least, we have aesthetics. The study of what we often perceive as superficial beauty, as well as what qualified as art and how it's part of our lives. To me, beauty comes from pleasure, whether it's blessing to see, hear, experience, or feel. It is perfectly normal for humans to have a superficial perception of beauty, sorry. Since it is what we are used to. However, standards are insignificant to me. Even though we subconsciously follow society's perception of beauty, I often find myself finding things beautiful, even when some people might find it grotesque, or vice versa. I believe art qualified as art as long as it makes people feel something. Being able to have an effect, doesn't matter if it's negative or positive, on people is powerful and almost magical. To me, art is the manifestation of beauty. This entire semester, I learned to categorize my personal philosophy into proper terminology, and even learned to resonate or disagree with pre-existing theories made by philosophers. I found philosophy to be very entertaining since it's never the same from person to person, but there is always certain similarities that make it possible to study it. Sometimes people exaggerate and think that philosophy is something confusing, and although it might seem so, it is something we do from day to day, from the moment we wake up until the moment we go to sleep. The video took me a little long, and it took me a lot of time to edit it. I hope with all my heart, teacher, that you like it. Personally, I had a lot of fun writing and editing, so I don't see this project as a boring thing. In fact, for me it was funny, and I do it again. Well, not again because I'm done, but yeah, that will be all.
Todos se murieron. Fin.
Thank you very much for watching the video. Don't forget to share it and subscribe. I continue with my silly idea of being a YouTuber. I also did this background. But before I finish the video, I would like to thank the teacher Georgina, since thanks to her I was able to understand and be able to explain all these concepts. And the other thing I want to say is that I don't want to leave without giving credits to the authors of the visual material that I used for the video. Next, I will leave a list with the links. Now I say goodbye. I hope you like it. Bye.